Hey y'all, today I'm Game and today I'm going to be reviewing episode 11 of Symphogear XV and oh shit. This Symphogear XV episode, my goodness, this series just keeps on getting lit each episode. And let me explain why this episode is really great. For one, we had some major world building specifically in this episode because at the start of the episode, you actually get to see Inky fighting against Shenhe in the past. And this explains why Inky was bleeding in the first episode of Symphogear XV. It was because he had to chop his own arm off while fighting Shenhe in order to take her down temporarily. And that's why he was all fucked up at the beginning. So I do love that explanation of that. And I like how this episode actually went further and actually gives us reasoning as to why the Curse of Babel exists. Because when this episode explains that Shenhe actually used to work with Inky and a few other engineers. In time, Shenhe eventually became power hungry and she wanted to pretty much utilize humanity's biology. And she wanted to utilize that, all of humanity, and turn them into like monsters that she can control with the Yagdarsel. And to pretty much have power and control. But the Inky was dead set against that. And eventually they took down Shenhe, but only temporarily because as this episode explains, she's actually in the genetic activity of people. And when they explained all that, it was just all mind-fucking. But in a way, I actually love that because for one, it establishes Shenhe as the reason why shit became sour originally in the series. Because in season 1 you had Fionnate trying to remove the Curse of Babel. Well, this episode pretty much does a great job of explaining why that curse was there in the first place. It was there to protect humanity because the only way of sealing the power of Shenhe was to make the Curse of Babel, although the price was humanity, discord, and all of that. So I love all these specific elements, and they go also to help elevate the stakes because, for one, if all that shit had to be done just to contain Shenhe, then holy fuck, if she gains even more power, then it's gonna make this finale even more lit because it's gonna make you wonder how in the fuck is the main crew gonna take her down. So I love that actually. It makes the story. This episode gave the story a lot of world building, and it made it more expansive. So I love these specific elements about this episode. And I love how this information was explained towards Maria and Tsubasa in a natural way. Because they get this information from like this computer monitor thing that had a copy of the consciousness of Inky's mind and gave all this information to Maria. Which was nice. Because for one, Maria's ancestor is essentially, her ancestry is kind of like those engineers and all that kind of jazz. So I like how they built off of all that foreshadowing and they had Maria get all that information. It was actually pretty nice. And in a way, it kind of makes it more useful too, in a way. Kind of helps highlight her a bit more. Then aside from that, I like how this episode also made some nice plot progression because aside from the whole crew finding that out, I like how you see Tsubasa get through a bit of her trauma when she has that duel song with Maria while they're taking on Milaric and they defeat her. Not necessarily kill, but because a small fragment of hers escapes. But I do love that bit of plot progression too. And I like how the episode ends off with Shenhe just evilly laughing while all these Yggdrasils just rise up from the earth and the earth turns red. It actually makes the ending of this episode feel so fucking epic. And that's what I felt from a story standpoint. This episode did a fan-fucking-tastic job. And from a character standpoint, it did great too. Because for one, you get some Shenhua characterization because you find out her goals, which is to pretty much control humanity and turn them into monsters by getting rid of the Curse of Babel. So I do love that because, yes, the previous episodes established that Shenhua wants power, but this episode at the very least explains the means as to how she wants to attempt to do it. So I do like that. And two, I love the characterization they gave her because when you see Miku trying to resist Shenhua, you do have Shenhua try to like manipulate Miku by talking to her gently and all that. And I love that kind of like seductive nature of Shenhua. It actually makes her personality a bit more distinctive. And it kind of needs to be because since we're like what? In Symphogear XP episode 11, so at best we got 1 or 2 episodes left. They're going to need to utilize as much time as necessary to make her stand out more. So I do love moments like that, and hopefully we get more moments like that of Shenhua. So that was another element I like about this episode. And at the same time, it makes me root more against that bitch. Because it's like, damn it. It just makes you want to root for Miku to just get control over her own body again. So I also like that too. And in addition to that, it gives you some Tsubasa character development because you see her, Tsubasa kind of admit, yeah, she kind of lacked bravery when she didn't take Hibiki's hand because Hibiki took Tsubasa's hand for her. And I kind of like that element right there because I like how you have Maria flick Tsubasa and it looked fucking adorable. And then afterwards, Maria's like, you just gotta take the hand. You just gotta take the hand in like the future and all that. And I love elements like that because in moments like that when Maria cutely flicks Tsubasa, it makes them look sort of like a married couple on occasion. So I kind of like those moments too. And it's led to some nice character development for Tsubasa too. Because she starts to sing again with Maria during the fight. So that was also another nice bit of character development. And I'd say other than that, that's about as far as the episode went when it came to character development and characterization. Oh, wait, actually no. There's also the Chris and Hibiki moment because when the security system, the Lunar Ruins was activating, I did like that bit where you have Chris and Hibiki take down bits of these little machines, and during all this, you see Hibiki take them all down with like an epic ass punch. And I like how you and have Chris call Hibiki cool. That was fucking adorable. And I like that bit of character development too, because normally you'd have Chris call Hibiki dummy with like sarcastically or with affection, but I like how this is like one of the few times where Chris actually calls Hibiki cool. I felt this was a cool sequence because for one, it shows you how much Chris and Hibiki have bonded for Chris to be saying things like that. Showing off she's acknowledging Hibiki's coolness. So that was also another cool element I gotta say about this episode. And that's another thing that's really nice about the Symphogear series in general. Just as the seasons progress, you see the Symphogear crew just bonding more and more and more after they get through more and more adversity. So I love moments like that. And aside from these cool character bits, the animation and art were fantastic as always. I had no complaints there. And the music was beautiful. And taking all these factors into consideration, I'm gonna rate Symphogear XP episode 11 and 11 out of fucking 10. My goodness, because even though this episode didn't have a balls to the wall action, I think it made up for it in other departments, like getting to see more of the insight to Shenhua and getting to see her goals were nice. And now, these last few episodes have been this freaking good. Cannot wait to see what 12 and 13 provide. Well, that's if it goes to 13. And I like that clip from your tuner in the end where it shows you the Earth's all freaking red. It's like, holy fuck. You know shit's getting freaking real if shit's getting that freaking dire. So that was also another element I liked about this episode. I feel this episode raised the stakes more than any other previous Symphogear episode, because you see the Earth in like legitimate danger with like the faraway pension of it being red. Because while yes, in previous seasons the Earth has been in danger, it has been in danger to that scale, you know? And that's why I felt this episode was amazing. So anyways, y'all, these are my thoughts on the episode. Be sure to comment on your thoughts on the episode in the comment section below. Rate the video, share it if y'all want to, subscribe. And I'll see you guys later if you come back. Boom. Whoa, because I'm definitely pumped to see what's going to happen next. Alright, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great and safe day. Alright, bye-bye.